Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. Well, today's just a small reaction video. I just saw the teaser trailer for the new up-and-coming Ghostbusters movie that's coming out in 2020. It's actually being directed by Jason Reitman, who is Ivan Reitman's son, who did the original Ghostbusters. Now, the thing that's interesting about this is they're obviously putting this in the same world as the original Ghostbuster films. The first two ones, anyways. I mean, and those are my favorite. I mean, I've been a big fan of Ghostbusters ever since I was a kid. I'm still a big fan. I mean, you know, I got some of the toys. I even played the Atari game. But I mean, we kind of had this idea that, you know, there was going to be a part 3 back in the day, and it just never seemed to happen. There was always, you know, Dan Aykroyd wanted to do it. Then there was talk about Bill Murray not being, you know, on board with it, and then Harold Ramis sadly passed away. And it kind of marked the end of the thought that another Ghostbuster movie was going to happen. And of course, then we got this new Ghostbuster film that came out with the girls in it. And that caused a lot of controversy, you know, a lot of, you know, people slamming it and this and this and this. I mean, I didn't really mind it too much, but I just feel like it's its own thing. It's its own entity. I almost look at it like it's a different dimension. It doesn't exist in the same world. Even though they put a lot of the original actors in it, like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, you know, even Ernie Hudson, who played Winston, all of them except for Rick Moranis, who was not in the movie. And of course, Harold Ramis couldn't be, although they put a statue of him, which was a nice touch. And Sigourney Weaver even made an appearance right at the end. But they're all different characters, right? So this teaser trailer, it's interesting. I mean, it's kind of different. It starts off kind of like in the spooky farm area, which is totally out of place because Ghostbusters takes place in New York. So it's weird seeing it out in this kind of like farm area. And you see this kind of barn thing and the you know, crackling of lightning and stuff. It almost reminds me of the film A Million Ways to Die in the West, when the main character who's played by Scott... what's his name? Seth MacFarlane is walking by and he sees a barn with all that crackling and lights going on, and then he peeks inside and he sees Doc Brown from Back to the Future with the DeLorean kind of like hidden under this thing, and it kind of gives me that same impression. Like, it almost looks like that. However, you could hear the Ghostbusters noise, the one that's in the movie, the kind of eerie sound. You hear that instead in the background, so you immediately know that this is the original Ghostbusters. And then you see like a part of the Ecto-1, the original Ghostbuster car. Now my thoughts are, I don't think the original car is going to be in this new one because it's just too old. And why would a new generation choose a car like that? Even for the girls one, they kind of had to revamp it to a different kind of hearse. But I think they're going to go a different direction in this one. Also, we have no idea if the original actors are even going to be in this. What if this is just some other cast of people taking over the role of the Ghostbusters, looking into the past, finding out what they did, learning from them, maybe even getting their equipment somehow, maybe rebuilding it, maybe, you know, my thought is really that possibly what they're going to do is the Ghostbusters had to disband after the second movie, if it exists in this franchise again. And by saying that, sometimes they tend to make a sequel to a movie and then they pretend a previous sequel didn't exist. But I think what they're going to do is they had no more work. They stopped Vigo. Something happened to Egon. He passed away. Maybe, or they're going to say he left. And then they disbanded, and then that's it. And then, of course, many years later, somehow it gets rebooted. Maybe ghosts start appearing again. Maybe Gozer is back. Maybe something, right? So we're going to find out, and I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. Anyways, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Are you excited about this? I'm kind of pumped. I can't wait to see more and find out what's going on in this, you know. Is it going to be a Ghostbusters Part 3? Or is it going to be a new movie altogether in the same timeline? That's another question. So, yeah, really interested to see what's going to happen. I'm really pumped about this. I liked watching that. I like the sounds. Especially at the end when you hear the proton pack fire up. Really cool. If you haven't checked it out, check out the link. I'll put a link below. And see what you think of it. And I'd like to hear your comments. Anyways, hope you like the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.